All right, so thank you all for joining. This is just a quick teacher meeting about the Mount San Jacinto College virtual pathways. I'm not sure if any of you've heard, but we've actually completed 2 virtual pathways with Mount San Jacinto College. And I want to say we have about 3 or 4 coming up this spring, and a couple are starting, well, one is starting actually in a couple weeks. So we'll definitely go over that as well. All right, so I do want to welcome you again. And if you've just joined in, please be sure to add your name, school name, and or district in the chat. That's just the virtual check-in process. I'm sure you guys are experts at that now. The whole chat box will go to the MSJC team, just so they know who all participated today. We will go over the previous events, upcoming events, the virtual exhibits and how you and your students will view them, and then the impact behind the virtual events and workshops themselves. So what are the MSJC virtual pathways? So far, we've actually completed 2. Administration of Justice pathway was held in September. And it's still accessible, so I will walk you through that. We had 2 amazing educators join and participate in a live college panel where they shared about what students can expect in the Administration of Justice department and pathway with MSJC College, what students learn in the courses and how they get real life experience. And then we've also had the creative media event. That was the first week of November. We had, I want to say 3 or 4 college representatives participate. They also shared how they have their own company in this industry and the impact guided from there. During the live sessions, both college and industry, students are also able to kind of chime in through the virtual chat. They're able to ask their own questions, which I also add into the discussion. And then the industry representatives that are participating, they're definitely willing to listen and hear from your students. So if any of your students have ever wanted to identify a mentor, look for a volunteer opportunity, or if they're looking for any possible summer internships, these are definitely representatives that are looking and willing to help all students, high school through college. It's just their goal. It's the student's job to reach out to them. So upcoming events that we have confirmed so far, starting Monday, January 31st through February 4th is the Nursing and Allied Health, which will also include EMT and fire technology. We will also have the college panel and industry panel for all 3 of these sessions as well. In March, we're going to have the engineering technology and GIS, which when Ms. Jenny gets here, she can definitely touch more on that one. I know that will include more engineering and manufacturing based. And then in April, we've confirmed the automotive technology and aviation science. So we've definitely outreached to a few automotive gentlemen and women that either own their own location in the IE. And then for aviation, we're definitely been searching for, and we've identified a couple of pilots and technicians that work directly on aviation equipment. So for the MSJC virtual exhibits, I'll show them here, but I'll also open up the virtual community for you all to view. So for the college department virtual exhibits, and let me share that one. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Let me share. Okay, for the college department virtual exhibits, this is the virtual community that students will see. So once it hits January 31st, everything will be updated with nursing and allied health related information along with EMT and fire technology. The students will have access to the live Zoom panels, which are every Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it's outside of school hours. Students can access it themselves. Once we get closer, the bold numbers will be highlighted with the red color. and it will already have the Zoom link available for students to click. They will be able to access and log in just like the normal Zoom classes they've attended in the past. They will also receive daily reminders through announcements and emails. These will include how students can access and complete the virtual workshops, which I'll also show you, how they can check out the different exhibits, college, and industry. And so the first major tab will go over all the CTE pathways that MSJC has to offer, all the way from arts down to science and engineering. All students can also take a career assessment, which is directly from the MSJC website. So once they click the link, it'll open up to a test. There we go. And they can do the 6 questions or 60 questions. It's totally up to them. It'll help them identify their skills and a potential career if they'd like to enter. So what we've completed so far, which students will be able to access still until the end of the school year, are the Admin of Justice and Creative Media. So these are specifically dedicated to the MSJC departments, so students can access and learn more about the certificates that are offered, different workshops, along with the programs involved. And so all workshops, again, students can complete, they are self-guided. So you do not have to teach them in class. They are fillable PDFs that they can download and type directly on. If they like to print it off and write it, that is fine. They can upload them in the student evaluation along with submitting their workshops. For the exhibitors that are industry professionals, we've dedicated a specific section to them. And again, this will be open all school year through May. And students can access directly any industry exhibitor, learn more about their information, and if they'd like to volunteer, they can contact the representatives with the request follow-up. By clicking this button, the representative from Miraculous Media will receive an email that I would like more information, and when I receive an email back, I can ask for an internship or volunteer opportunities that they may have coming up this summer. And for more information about VitalLink, you can check out our small booth. This request follow-up will actually go to our current interim president in case you all want more information about VitalLink and how your school district can receive more information from us. There we go. So for the impact from the virtual pathways, what we've seen from the first 2 pathways, our students are learning about their own, identifying and building their own skills through problem solving. They're realizing how to strategize and do the work themselves. So our goal is to build independency with the skills that you all are teaching them. They're also learning leadership by playing the different virtual games. And they're also using critical thinking. So we're challenging them to do the research. We don't give them answers, but we definitely guide them. Students are also learning with the live panel sessions. With the colleges and industry, they're going to learn how to be social, build their social skills, and collaborate. So by entering questions into the chat, they're opening their ideas. We're showing that their opinion does matter. And our goal is, of course, to spark their interest. And hopefully by hearing from an industry representative, that helps them identify what they want to do after they graduate high school and enter a college that's hopefully MSJC. So with that being all, I want to ask if anyone might have any questions on how they might be able to access the event. Feel free to unmute yourself. I do see a hand raised.
Thanks. Yeah, I was wondering if you could go to that slide just before point number 3 with the student map thingy, where you talked about the internships. Could you just clarify that those internships that your companies are offering are for high school students? I know I might be kind of redundant there, but
no worries. Yes, no worries. So these are not internships directly from VitalLink. From VitalLink, our team has outreach to various industry professionals across the Inland Empire. We've asked them if they are open to providing internships or volunteer opportunities for high school students and or college students. Some are specifically for high school students, others are for both high school or college students. So it's the student's job to definitely contact that representative directly and ask them how they can get that experience in that field.
That's awesome. Super helpful. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. Did anyone else have any questions I might be able to help with? No worries.
I actually have a quick question.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
So for the students accessing all of the information that you showed as far as the past recordings, et cetera, they have to register themselves in order to access that. Is that correct?
That is correct. And I'm pulling up an example flyer. Students will actually receive, which I'm sure you all have seen in your email here. Let me share this screen. So similar to this flyer, we've sent out the specific pathway flyer to all educators from our directory. With that, we're only asking if you share that flyer with your students, even if they're not specifically in that industry, they might be interested in just seeing the event. And so when they click to register, that will open directly to the registration form. I want to make sure everyone can still see my screen. Okay, perfect. So when they scroll down, so right now as we're prepping for Allied Health, that's why it's updated, they'll be able to select that if I'm a high school student, I'll go ahead and say that, yes, I want one ticket and I can get my ticket. And it'll just ask me for my name and email. We do ask for a non-school email because we understand that majority school districts have websites that are, I believe it's called not whitelisted. So this means that the school district has blocked them from entering that. So the websites would include the company's websites, of course, and then our company website in the community itself. Of course, asking for their grade and school name, and then district and then teacher that preferred them. We only ask for their parents' information if at any reason students are inappropriate. During a panel session, we notify their parent and their referring teacher so that they are aware that the student has been removed from the community and will not be allowed back in. We also do ask the students what they expect during the event, so that way if they do have any specific questions, we can ask those questions for them during the panel session. And then we also ask them about their knowledge in the CTE programs that they might be involved in or that they are aware of in their current high school. I hope this definitely helps.
Yes, thank you. And I was going to ask about the emails as well. So thank you for referencing that.
Yes, thank you.
I would just let you know that my district has high regard for student privacy, and some of the questions you're asking would actually violate our data privacy agreement, and we would be very uncomfortable requiring students to put some of the questions, the information that you've put in there. Also, I think I had emailed you about the timing on that. For example, we're doing Career Day Wednesdays, where we have a variety of career topics that we do in our classroom during class time. This would be something that would be fantastic if my educators had access to, so that they could take their whole class, each class through that, or walk the students through that. They would use their student email, which I know isn't your preference. It seems like that's a little bit of a barrier. And so I'm just mentioning that because I would love to promote it. I think some of the stuff you've shown me today is great. Yes. But I'm kind of uncomfortable doing that, and I'm not sure that my district would support it with the information that you're asking for.
Perfect. Valerie, if you're okay, I feel like we can definitely reach out to you in a separate meeting with my interim, and then we can definitely review a different route and how we can get your students engaged.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And then I saw Ms. Jenny Hughes logged in. Ms. Jenny, I am recording, so I'll definitely be sharing the recording with any educators, but let me know if I need to add or if I might need to mention any additional information.
Thank you so much, Ari. No, I think you're good. I appreciate everything you've done so far.
Okay, thank you. Did anyone else have any additional questions or concerns that we can touch before we go?
I'm being lazy. I know I have it somewhere because I just saw it, I think earlier today, but can you send, and I think somebody else asked for it, I don't know if that's what they were asking for, sort of the link to promote the Allied Health any of these
Yes.
career exploration events, because I feel like I have some other entities I'd like to share it with. I'll help, get some more people to attend. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, definitely. I will send the Allied Health flyer along with the recording of this session to everyone that's registered, so that way everyone will get a copy. And educators, again, if you do have any concerns, you can reach out to me separately and we can set up a one-on-one meeting that we can go over any information, and we'll definitely be able to help. Okay. Well, that's all for now. 30 minutes back for your day. Hope everyone gets a breather.